My name's Callie Crawford. I'm the kind of person that needs something to live for, and I didn't have that for a good 19 years of my life, and I was trying to find purpose and identity in the things that I did and the things that I achieved. I went off to college, and soon my life kind of resolved around partying and being the party girl, glorifying all that. My academic standpoint, my sports, running track and being athletic, and just my status of people liking me and feeling accepted. But there was always a strong void. So in college, there was a Christian friend that I had. She was friends with my roommate, and she started sharing with me about her relationship with Jesus. And at that point, I believed in God. I just knew nothing about him. I didn't know that he desired to have a relationship with me, or that he died on the cross for my sins so I can have new life in him. So one thing led to another, and I had a close friend die in a motorcycle accident, and that was kind of the turning point of my life, where it was a reality check. What am I living for? Who created all this? And just, why am I here? And Jesus opened up my eyes of why I was created, and I found purpose and acceptance in him, and he showed me true life. And I was born again, and I had so many chains just broken on my life of addiction. I was going through anxiety and depression, not even wanting to get up for class. And he brought freedom to all of that in my life, and that was the first beginning phases of my new life with him. So my new relationship with Jesus was the medicine to my life, and it was a wonderful journey and a wonderful start to the plan and the purpose that God had on my life. But I soon found out that there was still things in my life that God was bringing to the light and surfacing that I had not dealt with yet. And it stemmed from first being guilt. Guilt means that you've done something bad, and now you're exposed and you're caught. And where God comes in and heals that is saying that, yes, you are guilty before me, but I have forgiven you, and I have bought you with my son Jesus, and I've given you new life. And so me owning that as a person brought a lot of healing to me, but it had to come from me. God could tell me, but I had to really accept it. So the enemy would hit me a lot with shame, and shame is you did something bad and you are something bad. And that was the lie that I was believing, that because of the people I've hurt and the people that have hurt me and the unhealthy relationships and all those nights of drinking and partying and just being lost, that's who I was, and that I would never be able to go do anything great or help a young struggling teenage girl with the same things I went through. I didn't feel that I was equipped for the ministry when God was telling me, yes, you were. So all that shame was stemming from unforgiveness, and it wasn't unforgiveness through God or what God was giving me, because he had fully forgiven me. I had to forgive myself, and that's where the true healing came for me. Being just owning my identity in Christ, and that he calls me a daughter. He says that I'm dead to sin. He calls me pure. He says that my sins are washed away, and he doesn't even remember them, not because that's a weakness. God chooses not to remember our sin. So whenever I'm bringing these things up, he wants to hear about them and hear my heart, but he's saying, I don't remember that. I look at you as my perfect creation, my daughter, someone who I love and that I'm pursuing. And every day I'm reminded of that when I read his word and I see God's compassion, because if God has that much compassion on me, I can surely have that much compassion on myself. And that's the true freedom that I found when I said, yes, I did do those things, and I'm not the same person anymore because Jesus lives inside of me, and I've overcome that, and I've forgiven myself, and I've owned my identity in Christ.